Okay, for those of you interested, this is part of the story of what happened to the Pontiac. Can you guys see that line going up my gravel driveway and coming out here and going all the way down the road? That's an awful lot of oil squirting out of there. What happened, ran down to the local Quickie Mart, and on the way back, I was about 2 miles from the house, and I noticed that the engine started ticking. I didn't know what for, but I had been getting on it. It doesn't surprise me. You get on an old engine like that, they ain't going to take too much of an ass whooping before they want to give up. But I got back to the house. By the time I got to the house, that engine was just ticking like crazy, and I could see that the oil trail coming down the road. So what I did was I went from the house next door. I pulled it into the house next door where I live. And I shut it off and let the whole thing just cool off. The next morning I put more oil in it and went to take it from over there, right over there, down the road to here, and right to the gates. I took it in the gate, through the gate, and on down this way. Like I said, I put more oil in it, drove it from the driveway next door over to here, and drove it all the way down there, put it up on jack stands, and tried to find where the oil leak was. What had happened is the oil pressure sending unit had blown out. It was, they're made of plastic, and oil was just squirting out the end of it. So it was blowing oil out of there, and it's like a 1/4 inch MPT fitting, and the oil was coming out there at a pretty good rate. It don't take long to shoot 4 or 5 quarts of oil at 50 and 60 psi through a little 1/4 inch MPT. But what I did do was, once I realized that it was the sending unit that had gone bad, I went and got a new sending unit. I also bought just a regular good old-fashioned oil pressure gauge with a little plastic tube and put it on there just to check to see what my oil pressure was. And it was good oil pressure. It would be 40, 45, 50 pounds. My first thought was maybe the oil pump's creating too much pressure and blew that oil sending unit out. But the oil pressure was good. So then I just went ahead and put a new sending unit in it. And my biggest concern was, did I already hurt the engine? And I think I did, because now I've got, what I did was, after I replaced that sending unit, I drained out the new oil that was in it, bought a new filter and more oil, and put that in it. And I know the oil level's good, but yeah, she's still ticking. She sounds like a knocking rod. Maybe I spun a bearing or something in it. So yeah, so we're right back over here. I have the feeling that thing's going back up on the jack stands. I have the feeling that I'm going to be pulling an engine and rebuilding it now. That sucks. But there you have it.